Yes, well, I'm actually a little bit nervous because I am not ready to run in desert for 7 days. All right, guys. Good afternoon, everybody. Wednesday. We had a really volatile day on some names like Tesla and AMC. Market overall is kind of flat. We had, after a big day, last couple of days, I think the SPY in the last 5 6 days, like five of them was green, and now market is really adjusting a little bit about the situation with the inflation and interest rates. So overall, it's flat, and it was really hard to trade the market, like TQQ, QQQ. For me, it was really hard to trade. But AMC and Tesla was amazing. Tesla came with the news that they opened the Gigafactory, their Gigafactory thing in Berlin. And I had a really strong day yesterday, and then we did get the continuation. So if you look at the daily chart, we had a really solid last couple of days, and then today we got a really nice consolidation, continuation of the day. So what I did, how I traded Tesla was actually essentially an opening range breakup, but I kind of chased it at the beginning when it went up at 945. On this pullback I bought, sold some, and then I got a stop out at the break even. And then on this pullback, when it came and did a consolidation above the VWAP, I decided to go long here and add on the pullback from below 1,000 and went all the way up to 1035. So it went up actually more than that. I had the order to get at 1040. I didn't get filled at 1040, and then I just sold everything, and I got out at the break even. So, but it did had a much nicer run up there. So that was my biggest trade, and I went really heavy on that. I mean, a couple of thousand shares, which is a lot for Tesla, and that was pretty awesome. AMC gave me a really hard time. AMC had a really strong day. Really, volume is just crazy. I scalped it once, I scalped it twice, and then I got it stopped out, and then I scalped it another one. And at the end, when I'm looking at my P&L on AMC, actually I lost money. It's just that that loss really didn't do anything. Tesla was my biggest win, that I'm closing with 33,000, and then I had some TNA positions that I was short. I sold some puts and I covered them for $5,000. I could keep them and they would have probably both expired and I would have made 12,000, but I just I saw the green and I liked the green and I really covered it. And so that was it. I mean, Oxy was a little bit of a messy. Again, Oxy, I hate this stock. I knew it is gonna give me a really hard time. I got it one stopped out, and then I quickly got back on it and get a scalp. But it's just this. I hate this stock. I knew it in the past that it's gonna be trading like a mess and horrible. And TQQ was a couple of I tried to catch a bounce here. I couldn't. Eventually, this bounce happened, and Brian got it at the open. But I really, as you see, went to 56. But I really had some trouble getting chopped up at the open. And that's why when the market is choppy at the open, it's really hard to trade the market unless you're a Thor. But if you are like me, it's really hard. But if like the AMC, like the move that went up to 22, this is an obviously a short squeeze. Definitely somebody is getting a squeeze, because I don't think there's really much of a reason for AMC to move like that. 18% up. And that's my trade. So I'm gonna, so positions and stuff. So I have the TNA, hedge the TNA, and I have some QYLD in the long-term account, and I'm just see what the market is gonna do. There's no reason to market to just rip higher until we get some sort of a good news on inflation or on Russia. But we might get into the chop range. And I'm gonna end day with 38 grand. Okay, so that's it. And let's see what the Thor is doing. Thor, tell us your magic trades.
Hey, how's it going? So actually, the magic was a little dry today. I got some good trades in, but didn't really get any big runners. But sometimes you just get what you can get. I tried Nvidia. I actually was kind of reading tech a little weak this morning, so I was looking for shorting Nvidia, and I tried a couple of shorts on Nvidia that worked, and I ended up making about 4R or so by the time I was done with Nvidia. And then I tried a long on the Qs, which I did get, but just didn't quite. I got stopped out before it really broke for me. And then when it broke down, I actually tried a short on AMD under S4, and that one went against me. So I gave the R I won on Qs right to AMD, so that was really nice. All in all, got a good trade on SPY, 1R that way, and then I got a good R the other direction going short. So today has been the day of small victories for me. But all in all, thanks to risk management being really tight, I still am turning out the day probably sitting around 6R, 7R today. And still might squeeze in a couple more trades before the end of the day if things set
Yeah.
up. I'm still feeling like SPY wants to drop here in a minute, but it keeps squeezing me out. So what are you gonna do?
I mean,
So, but that's my day.
That's a really good point that you mentioned. Today is a day of either small wins or no trade. You know, over trading is horrible. AMC turned out to be really amazing. I see Jared in the chat. He's long and he's partialing right now. But you know, if you didn't have Tesla and AMC, I wouldn't see anything that I really wanted to trade. So days like this, when the market doesn't give a lot of volatility to you, you gotta either be happy with some small wins, or just, yeah, don't try to overtrade, don't try to force it. There are some days that you can just get a huge move, and there are days like this that you got to be really patient. But thanks to Tesla and AMC, we had some good thing. Yeah, so here's the thing. I'm gonna actually fly right now in a couple of hours. Brian is already probably in the airport. He's going to Cairo in Egypt. I'm gonna go to Paris, 1 day in Paris, and then I'm gonna go to Marathon des Sables, which is 250 kilometer in desert for 7 days. I probably have no access to internet after Friday. So for 1 week, if you didn't hear from me, just send your luck and energy, because I really, really need it. It's 7 days in desert, and you have to carry everything, all your food, all your tent, or not the tent, but sleeping bag, sleeping pad, and everything. The only thing that they provide is water. There's nothing else that they provide. And yeah, so I'm gonna do that. That's the Marathon des Sables is known as the hardest, toughest race on foot. I mean, that's the title that they have. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, all the best guys. So I probably won't be able to trade on Friday afterward. But Thursday I'm gonna be probably trading. So wish me luck, guys. Thank you so much, Pebble Traders. Keep it green, and you are in a treat for Thor, because he probably trades at the open. So you guys are really in for a treat. And Thor is having his book edit, so it's gonna be a really good publication. Yeah, all the best, guys. Talk to you soon, and cheers. Thanks, Thor, for giving your time to me. Sorry about that.
Always. Thank you. Thanks for having on, and I look forward to seeing everyone during the Open the next couple of days.